Hey guys, first regardsman here. Today I'll be talking about an Occulus Bulk Carbine Vanguard build for patch 9.0 Space Marine 2 in both Operations and Siege mode. Now the Occulus Bulk Carbine has been generally superseded by the standard Bulk Carbine automatic variants in the previous patch, but this patch, the accuracy variant, did get a buff to a ×2 headshot multiplier. It's actually pretty damn good now, which is why I'm going to be building around it today. Now for the perk tree, I just set it up down here. I go into Great Might. Moving over to the perk Retaliation, after a perfectly timed dodge, you deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. This is actually a super chunky damage buff and very easy to pull off, and 10 seconds is a very long uptime, so basically free damage. Then I move over here into the perk Perpetual Penetration. Each shot penetrates one additional target. Now this gun only has a 1 piercing value, so this perk is actually more valuable than it is on most guns, which is why I pick it up here. Then I move up here into Fast Reload. This weapon reloads 10% faster, and then over into a very good perk, Finisher Reload. After a finisher, the equipped weapon instantly reloads. So this weapon kind of has a long reload time, and usually reloading your weapon can be a bit of a pain in the ass, and this just makes it instantaneous within your own combat loop, so very strong for that reason. Next perk I take here is Recoupment for more armor regen, because the Vanguard actually has a pretty damn good amount of armor regen already, and this just makes it that much better. Then I move down into Extended Magazine, and I pick up Magazine Restoration, because our ammo economy on Vanguard is like the worst possible thing about this class, which is why I always take this perk. Then I take the perk Increased Capacity for more ammo reserves, and I pick up damage buffs on Divine Might, and the perk here, Able Damage. After using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds, so just a free damage buff. And for my secondary weapon selection, I actually like to use the Neo Volkite on the Vanguard quite a bit, mainly because his contested health recovery with his melee weapons and primary weapons is already very good, so he really doesn't need like a super powerful secondary in general. Now if you want to take a heavy bolt pistol, you could, because this thing does have the best gun strike damage, but I prefer this for blowing up things like spore mines and cultists and stuff like that. It actually does pretty decent boss damage, which is why I kind of prefer it. I just take the ammo variant and take the perk tree this way, and if you want to use a heavy bolt pistol. And for my melee weapon selection, I do take a balanced chainsword here, because in patch 9.0 this did get buffed to a fat 16 strength, 7 speed, and 10 cleaving potential, and having a balanced parry window really doesn't matter all that much in this game at all. Once you actually learn this, it's very easy to parry with, even compared to fencing, so I pretty much take this all the time, and 7 speed is still a very high speed number, even compared to the 9 of the fencing version, though really you could use either, or even a block chainsword if you wanted. But for this version, I do just build down here for light attacks with momentum gain and combined onslaught. I pick up the perk Full Throttle for the full throttle combo skip. I also pick up the perk here Swift Recovery. Heavy attacks restore 100% more contested health. Applies to the following attacks: Quick Punch, Front Kick, Shoulder Bash, Stomp. Because if we combine this with our starting perk of 50% increased contested health regeneration, we are pretty much impossible to kill in melee combat versus Minoras and things like that, so very, very strong option for sure. And for my Vanguard perk tree setup, it is pretty standard here, starting off with Upper Hand. After a perfect timed parry, block, or dodge, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This perk just saves your life. That's like the simple way to put it. No knockback in this game is incredibly valuable. Allows you to pull off melee attacks and gun strikes that would otherwise be impossible. Super top tier, which is why I pretty much always pick it here. Honestly, these other two perks kind of need a buff if they want to compete, but you know, no knockback in this game just prevents you from dying, so S tier for sure. Next perk I take here is also S tier, Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. 25% less health damage is a huge damage reduction. This pretty much prevents you from dying as well versus like major damage nukes. Very, very strong perk, very long uptime, and also cycles into your armor restoration, your prestige perk 3, and your weapon perks. Now, next perk I take is Consecutive Execution. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores equipment charge by 1. Cooldown is 90 seconds. Equipment in this game saves games, so top tier perk. 90-second melt bombs, crack grenades, even shock grenades, very strong options, but I pretty much always take this. And Retribution, and especially the perk here, Hone Reactions, are not very good, especially when you have the healing perks, because this one will like cycle out of itself. Now, next perk I take for the team perk selection is Unmatched Zeal. Melee finishers of extremis or terminus level enemies additionally restore health by 30% for any squad member. This perk is top tier. This is pretty much free med kits for your whole team on every boss and extremis guy, even better in siege mode, which is why people pretty much always take it. Now, Inner Fire is also incredible in this game, but it's really up to you which one you want to pick. Now, next perk I take is Shockwave. Diving Kick additionally deals damage in a 5-meter radius. This will actually wipe out things like Bramble and stuff like that. Very useful for things like that, and also just blowing up cultists and spore mines at times, which is why I primarily take it. And these other two perks kind of suck. Now, next perk I take here is Zone of Impact. Performing a finisher with the Grapnel Launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. This damage is like absurd horde clear potential and boss damage at times, so S tier perk, far better than these two, so I pretty much always select this. And the next perk I move into is Thrill of the Fight. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. You are parrying, blocking, and dodging in this game all the time. So this is basically a free health damage reduction stacked with conviction, so really, really strong option for sure. Now for the signature perk selection, I do take Tactical Prowess. Grapnel Launcher can activate a finisher not only on incapacitated enemies, but also on those who have less than 33% health, except for Terminus level, and performing a finish for the Grapnel Launcher restores its charge. I find this perk to be mandatory. This cycles into all like class ability use perks in your weapon perk tree. Like here with the Oculus, we have the perk Able Damage, or the perk up here Able Headshot, and even with things like the Heavy Bolt Pistol, we also have the perk down here, which is once again Able Damage. So being able to cycle into your own grapnel constantly with Tactical Prowess is very, very strong, and this also allows you to like loop entire hordes with Zone of Impact. The only thing that kind of sucks about this perk is that it tends to bug out many times and just not give you the execute, but even with that, it's still just top tier. It's the best way to put it. It's still an amazing perk despite all bugs, and still like the best perk overall for the signature tree by far. And for my prestige perk setup, I do just take Battlefield Awareness first. If a target is within 8 meters, you deal 10% more range damage. While we are a melee class and we do have a grapnel launcher, so getting in the face of guys is very, very easy. So this is basically a free damage buff. Next perk I take is Fortitude. Health increases by 15%. Just makes us that much tankier on top of all of our health damage reduction. Then I pick up the 2 perks here, Launch Restoration and Restoration, because getting armor back in this game is super valuable because armor has damage caps that HP does not. And these 2 perks cycle really well into the perk Conviction, because to get your armor back, break it, get the 25% health damage reduction for 10 seconds, then get your armor back off of like the cooldowns from Restoration and just using your grapnel, and just get your Conviction procs again. So a very, very strong option. Now, Indomitable Spirit up here, while performing a gun strike, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. This is also a very strong perk, just not so much on this setup, because we have the perk here, Upper Hand, which is giving us no knockback all the time anyways, and usually when you're gun striking in this game, it's off of a perfect dodge or perfect parry regardless, so really this doesn't come into effect all that often, which is why I pick these 4. But that is pretty much all I have to say about the perk tree and weapon selections here. The Oculus Bolt Carbine with this ×2 headshot multiplier does fit a niche it did not previously. It is pretty good at all ranges, and that's kind of what it's supposed to be. And overall, I think this thing's kind of being slept on currently, so hopefully this build guide helped. Now it's time to show you guys some actual gameplay, and as always, thank you for watching, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. Take it easy. Oh shit, oh shit.
Got them. Captain, we are ready to get the demolition started. Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations. Let all of them come! Into the morgue!
Oh. That was euphoric.
One down. Millions to go.
We just didn't want to die, I see.
Punching reinforcements. Just more meat for us. I love it when vermin dig their own graves. Grapple launch. Glad to have that sign box buzzing out of my ears. Crack grenade out! Book available. Some war. Tether unbound.
Crazy how much better this class gets with Zone of Impact. If this perk was not buggy,
Into the fray. Swapping grapnel launcher set. More numbers are more fodder.
did the Volkite get a buff as well? Kind of. It's kind of buffed.
Bulk available. Arming up. Hunt them up before they bring more. Closing the gap. Magazine out. Magazine in. Get the one down. Not to ambush. Swapping out magazine.
An absolute minefield right now.
Stay there, buddy. A bigger threat just means more to come.
All right.
Arming up.
So the headshot multiplier on the Oculus Bolt Carbine, pretty good now. Does feel pretty similar to the actual automatic Bolt Carbine with more range, more accuracy at that range. Not quite as good for CHP recovery, but I didn't really expect it to be. I'll probably put that one in A. The camera placement for that Biovore parry is kind of irritating. It always is. Cannot wait for Chaos Spawn doing mix-ups just like the Biovore getting red attacked in the face. Yeah, it's going to be fun to learn a new enemy. There's 3 variants too, so they have a different moveset every time. Surely,
Enough crude promethium here to
they
burn
won't be
for
as annoying as
years.
Biovores, right? Right, boss spawn maybe? I like Inferno because it always gives boss spawns. I almost always have 2 here.
All hope and no grace. Arming up. Cracking their armor. Grapple launch. Reloading.
Talassa, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
Right.
Reaching the facility now.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Subterranean detonation in the crude
Is this a real Astartes playing or a computer? Nah, a real Astartes would have died by now,
Use
true.
the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Prometheum well. Cautiously. If you know what is good for you.
I want him to go invis on that. So I want to use my iframes.
They bring us more bodies to cut down. Into the fray. Icon and toxins. Tyrannies. grappling. Touch that sword, close brother. Into the maw of death. Grapnel launcher set. Arming up. Closing the gap. What book available? Magazine out. Magazine in.
Okay. I don't actually mind crack grenades in operations too much. It's only like the siege mode they really suck ass. Hey FCG, is it possible to do a good siege with a bolt sniper on a sniper, perhaps perma invis? I mean, you could. Your clear speed would be the hardest part. Not bad. I mean, you're immortal the entire time, and you can still spam melta bombs. So definitely. I mean, perma invis is probably the single most OP thing in this game right now, but not for siege mode because it doesn't actually pull you all the way through. But you don't have the clear time, clear speed. But you could, in theory, sit there and solo triple Hellbrews casually.
Climbing is not permitted while in operation.
Fuck.
Next axis aligned. Adding on this sire's will.
Hurry it up, machine! Grapnel launcher set. Swapping out magazine. Grapnel launched. What needs grappling?
Oh. Hazeman is rated with a party of 25 on Twitch. Thank you very much. You're just trying out the Oculus bolt carbine. God. God.
Who is fixing the crate?
Perish, perish, perish. Just burn. Let it happen. Alright, there you go.
Tether unbound.
Hey, how many hours do you have? Like 2,500.
The tyrannic strength. Who is fixing the crate?
What's up, everybody, though? We are Inferno spamming, as is often the case. It is time to restart the jam crane, as I have done many times before. The servo skull in the backpack is so sick. It is, isn't it? This is the prestige reward. I feel like having a servo skull in your backpack fit Iron Hands a lot.
Enemy has eyes on generator 3.
Might buy that one.
Generator 3 is discharging a regular current. Eliminates these unholy fluctuations.
Alright, let's clear this off. This is where the balance chains works pretty good. I tried the buffed Melta. The buffed Melta wasn't really buffed at all. It was just a sure it's just a range increase, which is hardly already the worst version. Range is like not the problem with Melta. The damage. I have a question. Since 9.0, have you found the lock on the Power Fist to be kind of weak? I feel like my attacks were swinging anyone near not the target I was locked onto. That's always been a problem with the Power Fist, unfortunately. I haven't noticed it to be any worse, but it's always been shit. So like, it's been super funky, I should say.
That's it. It is done. Now let us watch the Xenos burn.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Finally, it's over. So I'm planning to get a boss in here at some point. Look at this little Termagant firing squad. You perish. We're either gonna get a boss up here or like at the finale or up the elevator. Pretty sure those are the 3 last spots we have. Alright, do I want shock nades? No. Racks are actually pretty useful to get rid of zone throws. Oh shit. I ain't dealing with that.
I see a gun beast. Do not get turned around.
I didn't notice it too much last patch, but I also didn't have too many hours on melee, so I understand it. Yeah. What difficulty? Always absolute. There's a range that makes your targeting go for always the nearest target for you. You should distance yourself, then go for the charge so it's not get funky. That is true. With Power Fist. Sometimes it just does it anyways. Pop.
Swapping out magazine.
What if, chat, we get fucking rocked this next portion? Because you never know. Boss fights can be hard. And we do have a Guardian Relic, so it's probably unlikely for us to die.
Magazine out. Magazine in.
Thank you, game. For eating my grapnel for no reason.
One down. Cracking their armor.
Alright, no boss spawn here, so that's okay.
Finished and ready.
Pop these guys.
Arming up.
We have arrived at
Alright, boss spawn, maybe.
distraction efforts as long
Double
as you
crack can take out Neurothrops pretty easily when they're at like 30% HP, 25% HP. I wish there was a heavy primary Neo Volcanon. Yeah, that would be cool for sure. Hi, how are you? Doing pretty good, Dead Star. How are you? Born's variant says Chainsword with fast speed makes 1-2 over 3 heavy stomp combo so easy. The 1-2-3 heavy stomp combo so easy to pull off, sure is. Alright, so no boss. Just a bunch of fucking guys. Alright. It was precise.
waiting! Tether unbound!
You felt that. Biovore will remember that. I will remember that. Not who I wanted, but you'll do, I guess.
Magazine in.
I probably need a boss spawn in the final area. It's kind of rough. That's okay. That's not who I wanted. That is who was chosen.
I wonder how many I took down before they got me.
Which version of the Neo Volkite is that? It is just the ammo capacity one. I haven't noticed too much of a difference between them. So, more ammo, it feels like I'm shooting more. And usually I use it to like blow up spore mines and stuff anyways. It does pretty decent boss damage regardless, I find.
No turning back now.
Armor boost. Sure.
Charges set, and the swarm approaches.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
Which is the class you're playing with? Playing Vanguard right now. FTG, rate the experience of Neurothrow plus do Zone Throw out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 experience if I'm playing Sniper with a Bolt Sniper or Stalker Bolt Rifle. Good body of them. See, this experience here, this is a 5 out of 10 experience. It's a double Zone Throw, and I have one crack grenade that I will probably miss.
Pyramids are hanging on. They are here!
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Magazine out! Magazine in! Closing the gap!
I'm gonna hit down this one. Oh, almost.
Punching through their defense.
Pretty fucked. Alright, there we go.
Swatted. What's blasted out of the sky? Hook available. Stay dead, vermin. Arming up.
The Chainsword's really good for this, and Vanguard has stupid CHP regen. So we're kind of just chilling.
What needs grappling?
Halfway there, Occulus. Keep it up.
Xenos Spooker hunts us. Slay that maggoty.
Here's a Neuro Threat.
Coming up. Rebel will just set. Into the fray. What needs grappling? Closing the gap. Reloading.
Otherwise, don't impact and tactical prowess are so good, by the way.
Xenos are after us.
First of all, this gives you more options to get away from this guy that you would just not have otherwise.
You want to get up here, you bastards! Careful what you wish for. Who else is ready to pull the legs off some Xenos?
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
It feels like it's fully committed. There's a giant fucking boss here.
What needs grappling? Closing the gap. Smoking out magazine. Rebel will just set. Magazine out. Magazine in.
Alright, so now they're all dead.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
I am going to enjoy watching these tyrannies ride in the flames. Hold that rapid.
Talassa, What in damnation is going on down there?
Oh, the giant fucking Neurothrope captain. What was his name? Captain Ackerman? Yeah. Sorry. You only sent one guy.
Hook available. Into the maw of death.
Talassa, I still have 1 million targets on Auspex. Explain yourselves.
Cutting them as quick as I can, Captain.
Hit the button. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Blood boiling. Head pounding. By the Carbine. We have sent a mighty pyre this day.
Tyranid biosigns down 90%.
What feeds grappling?
Swarm annihilation confirmed.
Excellent work. Move to extract.
Thunderhawk arriving at evac point.
I have to kill this. We put so much effort into it. It feels like a shame if I don't.
Arming up.
Did you not hear the lieutenant? Move to extract Talassa.
Into the fray. Rebel launcher set. Swapping out magazine.
Extraction team en route. Evacuate immediately.
Alright, that's that. I have an annoying place to get a boss, but what are you gonna do? Sorry, Captain, there's currently a barbed strangler spamming the bomb console. True.
Commendable work, brothers.
Imagine if they had like a body cam.
Be ready for rearm,
Like, sir, the button is covered in bramble. Oh, my trophy, sir, exactly. That's interesting. That is the Oculus Bolt Carbine Vanguard build, though. Pretty strong still. Zone of Impact is a very powerful perk. Except when it bugs out. Gives you so many options to actually dodge bosses. So we did 22 melee kills that time, or shrub skill, I should say. 22,000 range damage, 34,000 melee damage. Pretty good. That's what we were up against.